Hey, it's Randy from Funeral Funds of America. In this video, we're going to show you the actual cost for $25,000 worth of burial, cremation, final expense, life insurance, or funeral funds for a 61-year-old male. Now, first thing you need to understand is you can go directly to our website. We've got these quotas, free quotas on every page. Fill out, just click on what state you live in. We are licensed in all 50 states, by the way. Put in the coverage amount, put your birthday, all the other info, click Get Quotes Now. It'll take you to a page that's going to show you all the best insurance companies in your state with all the lowest rates, and you can be a super smart consumer. And you can also call us at toll-free 888-862-9456, and we can help you with those numbers as well. The first thing you really want to ask yourself, though, when considering if you need $25,000 is, kind of what do you want done when you pass away? So if you're going to be cremated, the average cost of a cremation right now in the United States is between $1,000 to $2,000. Now that's if you just come home in a cardboard box or an urn, nothing fancy. If that's the case, you probably only need $5,000 for that, not $25,000. You can get a little bit more, but we typically recommend don't overinsure on this insurance. Get just what you need kind of for now, or just inflation-proof the plans. Probably the max you would need is $10,000. Now, if you're going to have a cremation and you're going to have some sort of celebration of life ceremony or get together or remembrance ceremony, it's probably going to be $3,500 to $4,500. So you could technically get by with $5,000. And if you ever needed to add coverage to that, we could help you with that in the future. But most people would probably get somewhere between $5,000 to $10,000, maybe $15,000. But again, most of the people we work with are on fixed or limited incomes. So we typically recommend you be a little conservative on the insurance just to make sure that you can keep it for the long haul, and we'll help you get better pricing later if that's what you need. So certainly $25,000 is kind of overkill for anything cremation-wise. But if you were getting buried, the actual cost of a burial in the United States right now is right around $10,000. And that is not for a fancy funeral. That's going to be very basic, kind of very meager. But we find it hard to believe that you wouldn't be able to walk into most funeral homes in America with a $10,000 check and they'll get it done. Again, it'll be simple, but if they won't do it, what are they going to do? Let it walk down the street to one of their competitors? They'll probably help you out. But just understand, if you're a 61-year-old male and you want to live to 71 or 81, that $10,000 is not going to cut it. But if that's all you can afford right now, get the $10,000 right now. We can help you add more coverage later. Pretty easy. $25,000 is more than enough. A lot of times people would say, I want to get $25,000 and leave some money for my kids. We would typically recommend you get just what you need for the burial. And instead of getting that extra insurance that's going to cost you extra money, just spend that extra money on your kids while you're alive. And you'll have those memories until you pass away, and they'll have those memories for the rest of their life as well. And to us, that just seems better than giving all that money to an insurance company. So keep that in mind. Now, one thing that's really important is that you do get first day coverage or benefits. And that's what we help people with at Funeral Funds of America. And the reason that's important is none of us knows if we're going to be here another 20 seconds or another 20 years. So first day coverage is really important. What that means is if your policy started today and you died tomorrow, they'd pay out the full amount. And that's really important. Now, some people would say, why not just get a 2-year waiting period plan? Well, because the 2-year waiting period plans don't pay out for 2 years. And we'd never know when we're going to pass away. So that would seem kind of like a silly thing to do. The other thing people would say is, yeah, I want first day coverage, but those policies ask health questions, and I'm not in the best of health. To that we would say, you let us worry about your health and the insurance companies. We work with enough different insurance companies. We've got like 95% success rate in getting people first day coverage or benefits. So that's our job, to get you first day coverage. Really, the only reason you wouldn't qualify for first day coverage is if you had really significant health or medical issues going on. And, that would be like if you had a terminal illness and you're going to pass away in the next 12 months, or if you had dementia, or you're on dialysis, or you're in a hospital or a nursing home. It'd have to be something pretty significant. And if that were the case, we'd just refer you out to a different company that would be best for you. The other thing that happens, unfortunately, seems like every week we get somebody calling up and saying, hey, we had a family member pass away this last week and they didn't have insurance. We don't have any money. The body's down at the funeral home. The funeral home director's not going to do anything till he gets a check in his hand. So we need to get this policy really quick. And that way we can get a check in the funeral director's hand. And we have to tell them, There's no insurance company in the United States that's going to give a policy, offer a policy to a dead person, somebody who's already died. And it's just really sad in this situation because it didn't have to happen this way. The person that died obviously didn't think they were going to die, but everybody's going to die. So just get this insurance in place while you're alive and while you can afford it and while you can get the best rates. Because otherwise, the alternative for these families in that example is they've got this huge financial burden, but also this emotional burden, knowing that somebody that supposedly loved them has left them in this terrible situation. So don't be that person. That's not a good person to be. So the other thing we don't recommend is like 2-year waiting period policies. And Colonial Penn's fairly well known. I think it's probably just because they advertise on TV all the time, like maybe every 7 minutes or so, possibly. But that $9.95 plan, and that's a 2-year waiting period plan. And there's other companies out there that have 2-year waiting period plans. Mutual of Omaha, the United of Omaha plan, Gerber, AIG. There's other companies too. And some of these companies have done a pretty good job of marketing to the American public and gotten people to believe that, if they're over the age 50, the only thing they're going to qualify for is a 2-year waiting period policy, to which we say, ha, 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 you are so misinformed. Because that's all we help people all day is first day coverage. And we don't recommend the 2-year waiting period plans. So the other thing with Colonial Penn is a lot of 61-year-old males would see that pricing of $9.95. I can probably get $30,000, $40,000, maybe even $50,000 for $9.95. And then they talk to a Colonial Penn agent, or they get on the price and on the website and look at the pricing, and male age 61, $9.95, $1,112. That's not even enough to get cremated these days. But that doesn't matter because it's got a 2-year waiting period and it's not going to pay out for 2 years if you die of a health or medical reason. So you got to watch the marketing with some of these insurance companies. And if it sounds too good to be true, you know what they say? Probably is. But let's take a look. The problem with Colonial Penn is you can only get 15 units. They max out at 15 units. And if you go down here, 15 times 20, it's probably going to be roughly $15,000 or $16,000. Let's see. Yeah, $16,680. So you can't even get $25,000 with Colonial Penn like you can other insurance companies. So just understand that. Plus the fact it's very expensive versus 2-year versus first day coverage, and you can't get the coverage. But let's look at 25,000 male and age 61, get quote. And let's take a look here. Again, this is $16,000 roughly for $150 with a different insurance. And let's go look at this again. This is $25,000. You can get that through Trinity Life. We work with Trinity Life. They're a great insurance company. We love them. First day coverage, low pricing. Yeah, it's beautiful, baby. But that's $106 for $25,000. Or you can go to Colonial Penn and get $16,000 for $150 roughly. So why would you do that? Why would you overpay on insurance? And Colonial Penn will give you the privilege of overpaying on this insurance for every month for the rest of your life if you buy that policy. So be careful, be cautious with marketing offers, especially stuff on TV. So, but let's look at some other companies here, and you'll be able to see all these different insurance companies on our website. Let's find somebody else. Oh, here's Lincoln Heritage. They're a good company, I guess, right? Level first day coverage. But look at the pricing, $150. They're much more expensive. And the reason is they've got a plan where if when you do pass away, they will call 2 or 3 different funeral homes to shop around and get you the lowest pricing, maybe do a couple other things, but you pay a premium for that. Yeah, it's not free. That's $150. Let's go back here. $150 versus $106. So that's roughly $40 more a month. It's actually more than that, but I'm going with the easy math. So roughly $40 a month more. That's $480 more a year. If you lived another 10 years, that'd be an extra $4,800 that you overpaid to have somebody make 2 or 3 phone calls and maybe do a couple other things. That seems like a pretty good paycheck for the insurance companies. What we actually recommend is you save that money, you keep it in your own pocket, and you enjoy it while you're alive rather than give it that to an insurance company. So what we do is we offer a free funeral and estate planning guide. You can fill that out, who gets what goes where, and what you want to happen after you pass away as far as burial, cremation, all that other stuff. It's very extensive. You just fill that out. You keep it with your insurance policy. When you pass away, your family's got everything they're going to need to take care of, your final arrangements. They've got the money, which takes the financial pressure off them, and they've got the funeral estate planning guide, which takes the emotional pressure of trying to figure out, because you've laid out everything for them well in advance. And what a wonderful gift of love that is. It's free, and it saves you a lot of money. Like, holy cow, a lot of money. So there's other companies out there too that are more expensive, like Lumico, like $114 versus $106. Let's just say that's $10 a month, $120 a year, roughly $1,200 roughly, give or take, after 10 years. Again, why overpay? Don't do that. So you can go to our website, fill out our free quote here. You can call us at our toll-free number. If you want to talk to one of our staff or one of our agents, they can help you out there. But if you have an existing policy and you just want to price shop it to make sure you got the best deal or add coverage to it, we can help you out there. If you're looking for a brand new policy and you just want some help, we can help you out there too, get you the lowest pricing. And then also, if you just want some information or some help, just reach out to us. We'd love to help you out with this. We look forward to the day we'll actually meet and have a chance to get to know you. Until that day comes, you take care, you stay safe, you have a nice day. Bye-bye.